Neville Goddard, Prayer, The Art of Believing, 1945. Preface. Prayer is the master key. A key may fit one door of a house, but when it fits all doors, it may well claim to be a master key. Such and no less a key is prayer to all earthly problems. That is a wonderful preface. Chapter 1, Law of Reversibility. Pray for my soul. More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Tennyson. Prayer is an art and requires practice. The first requirement is a controlled imagination. Parade and vain repetitions are foreign to prayer. Its exercise requires tranquility and peace of mind. Use not vain repetitions, for prayer is done in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. The ceremonies that are customarily used in prayer are mere superstitions and have been invented to give prayer an air of solemnity. Back to the previous sentence, with our wonderful example, all that is, I am God right here in the middle. Each one of us are but a self-concept, a version of all that is God. We are living our own self-concepts, and these self-concepts through prayer, we can change from one to another, whatever that might be. This sentence here, use not vain repetitions, affirmations for example, for prayer is done in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. When you go into your closet and you close the door, you shut off the senses, and you do your prayer, which means you feel it real, you impress your subconscious, that's in secret. He that seeth in secret will reward thee openly. Therefore, the manifestation. This is the reward, is the objectification of your subjective prayer that you impressed upon your consciousness, your subconscious. Those who do practice the art of prayer and are often ignorant, those who do practice the art of prayer are often ignorant of the laws that control it. They attribute the results obtained to the ceremonies and mistake for the letter. I'm falling off the wagon on that. The wheel fell off the wagon on that sentence. They attribute the results obtained to the ceremonies and mistake the letter for the spirit. The essence of prayer is faith. But faith must be permeated with understanding to be given that active quality which it does not possess when standing alone. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. This book is an attempt to reduce the unknown to the known by pointing out the conditions on which prayers are answered, and without which they cannot be answered. It defines the conditions governing prayer in laws that are simply a generalization of our observations. The universal law of reversibility is the foundation on which its claims are based. Mechanical motion caused by speech was known for a long time before anyone dreamed of the possibility of an inverse transformation. That is, the reproduction of speech by mechanical motion, the phonograph. For a long time, electricity was produced by friction without ever a thought that friction in turn could be produced by electricity. Whether or not man succeeds in reversing the transformation of a force, he knows nevertheless that all transformation of force are reversible. If heat can produce mechanical motion, so mechanical motion can produce heat. If electricity produces magnetism, magnetism too can develop electric currents. If the voice can cause undulatory currents, so can currents reproduce the voice. And so on. Cause and effect, energy and matter, action and reaction are the same and interconvertible. I saw something somewhere today on YouTube, and the gal made a comment, says that action is faster than reaction. And of course, in the Seth material, every action changes every other action. But it did stick in me when I heard that action is quicker than reaction, because reaction is absorbing that action and then reacting to it. So there's two things happening. There's the original action, then there's another action following that. So action is faster than reaction. Cause and effect, energy and matter, action and reaction are the same and interconvertible. This law is the highest importance because it enables you to foresee the universe. This law is of the highest importance because it enables you to foresee the inverse transformation once the direct transformation is verified. If you knew how you would feel were you to realize your objective, then inversely, you would know what state you could realize were you to awaken in yourself such feeling. The injunction to pray, believing that you already possess what you pray for, is based upon a knowledge of the law of inverse transformation. If you realized prayer produces in you a definite feeling or state of consciousness, then inversely that particular feeling or state of consciousness must produce your realized prayer. Because all transformation of force are reversible, you should always assume the feeling of your fulfilled wish. You should awaken within you the feeling that you are and have that which heretofore you desire to be and possess. This is easily done by contemplating the joy that would be yours were your objective an accomplished fact, so that you live and move and have your being in the feeling that your wish is realized. It makes great sense. I am happily married. What does it feel like to be happily married? I am happily married. I am, even though I'm in my single self, I'm not married, I stake that claim, I am happily married. Inversely, even though you're staking your claim and you're not it, when you claim it, it is the inverse production of being it. Because when you stake that claim, you stake this claim here, I am happily married, then just the feeling of it in this place where you are not that, but you feel that. This objectification is inversely creating the reality for you, even though you're standing right here in the single state. The reality itself is as if it's coming back to you. Because when you create it in 4D, it is real. It is real. Make no mistake about that, understanding that reality is in your imagination. Reality is in what you feel to be real. That's what's real. So since in your 3D self, while you're falling asleep, making the impression into your subconscious, you're creating the reality. The reality is real. And once it objectifies and becomes real when you wake up, that's what's sending back to you. It's a law of reversibility. The injunction to pray, believing that you already possess what you pray for, is based upon a knowledge of the law of inverse transformation. If your realized prayer produces in you a definite feeling or state of consciousness, then inversely that particular feeling or state of consciousness must produce your realized prayer. Because all transformation of force are reversible, you should always assume the feeling of your fulfilled wish. You should awaken within you the feeling that you are and have that which you heretofore you desired to be and possess. I know we're repeating, but it's like a verse and a chorus, all right? This is easily done by contemplating the joy that would be yours were your objective and accomplished fact, so that you live and move and have your being in the feeling that your wish is realized. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, if assumed and sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, if assumed and sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. This would have created it, and there's the feeling. It's very fascinating. It's the objectification of the state is what helps create the feeling that you're having here. There is no time, there's only now. So this makes complete sense when you think about this last. The feeling of the wish fulfilled. There's the wish fulfilled, objectified. But the feeling here, if assumed and sustained, must objectify the state that would have created it. It's all now. This is now. Once you feel it real, it is now. It is done, is another way to say that. It is. This law explains why faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, and why he calleth things that are not seen as though they were, and things that were not seen become seen. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and continue feeling that it is fulfilled until that which you feel objectifies itself. Continue the feeling until that which you wish for is objectified. It objectifies itself. You need not be concerned with how it just does. If a physical fact can produce a psychological state can produce a physical fact. If the effect A can be produced by the cause B, then inversely the effect B can be produced by the cause A. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye have received them, and ye shall have them. Mark 11:24. What a wonderful, wonderful chapter. Law of reversibility. Oh, it's very fascinating. If the last piece is very, very, if the effect A, this is the effect, you with the wish to be fulfilled that I am happily married. This is, excuse me, if the effect, the effect is here. If the effect A can be produced by the cause B, the cause is putting the impression into your subconscious. If the effect can be produced by the cause B, this is A, this is B, then inversely the effect B here can be produced by the cause A. Let me make sure I got that correct. If the effect A can be produced by the cause B, because we know this is how we do it, we go to sleep in sats and we impress our subconscious, then inversely the effect B, okay, this will be the effect also, can be produced by the cause A. So you can see how either one produces the other. Oh my gosh, man, it's very dense to get your head wrapped around it, but it makes good sense. When you feel it real, it creates the experience of it. And what else do you have but your experience of it to remind you of the feeling? Again, back to the pizza. If you order the pizza and it comes and you're eating the pizza, you're in your mind very satisfied because you're chewing and you're swallowing and you're done eating it and you put the dishes away. And now you're like, oh, that feels exactly like what I had hoped for and what I imagined before I picked up the phone. One causes the other, and the other causes that one back. That feeling of being satisfied by the pizza is the same thing you were expecting to feel when and before you picked up the phone. So the cause, the effect, also the effect and the cause. The effect being your desire for the pizza, but the cause being the satisfaction, the relief, the end. Very fascinating. Wow, prayer, chapter 1. We'll see you in the next video.